So here we go, this is the old one I've taken off, which is a 124 point something, it's written on the box somewhere. And this is the new one that's going to go on, and this gives a 1:2 ratio. It's a bit dusty, that needs a bit of a clean up before it goes on and degrease. But you can see there's a physical difference, probably hard to see on camera, but just turn him that way and that way. You can see the difference in the diameter, especially with this one here, which probably is the only one that changes. It's more for the high gear, the low gear stays the same, so I would suspect they are the same, and I suspect that is the high gear. That's a huge guess, but just looking at them, it looks to me as though that's what it is. So, let me get him out the way, let's get him somewhere clean. I don't know why I'm saying that, because it's already filthy. Never mind, sort that out. Right, what I do need from this, I don't really have to take them off, but it'll just make installing the bearings on the other one easier. So you can see the shells that are in here, and it feels like there's like a slot in there to get your punch on. So I'm going to drop the shell out. I might do both, I don't know, it depends how easy they come out. I'm going to get the shell out and I'm going to use that as a drift. Alright, so looking in there, I've got a torch so you can actually see there is a circlip of sorts in there. You can see just at the bottom, and I think that retains the bottom of the bearing race. So I don't know if the new one has that C-clip or not, but I'm going to have to get it or recover it anyway. I think it's just so it bottoms out, that's all. So I'll have to recover those anyway. The bearing looks as though it just drifts out, pretty straightforward, I think. Let's see what we can do here. That gave way pretty easy. I think it moved. Can't tell. I'm not sure if it did move. I'm fairly certain the C-clip's not holding it, so let me give it another persuasion. It's very difficult. I don't want to hit it too hard at the moment because I'm not sure that C-clip isn't holding it in. I don't see why it should be. It's definitely moved. Let me try with a better hammer setup. Alright, this should do better. A bit naughty, but here we go. Oh, that's in tight. I'm worried that I need that circlip out. I don't see why I would. There's no reason that circlip should be holding it. Alright, so I'll give it a bit more. Alright, I was getting worried that I hadn't moved then. That's definitely moved. It's definitely moving, no need to remove the circlip. I'm going to need to prop this on wood so it can pop all the way out. Ow, that hurt. There we go, he was tough. Right, may as well take the other one out because I may, well, there's no point keeping it in because I've destroyed the bearing that goes with it, so I'll spin it over. I'll knock this one out as well. Here we go, second one came out much easier because I knew I could hit it harder that time. And there we go. A couple of bearing races, and in my mind a couple of drifts when I put the other one back in. That'll be interesting, that'll be fun, knocking that back in. I need to try and recover the circlip. I think I'm just going to check the other gear to see whether it comes with a clip or not. I suspect not, because you know what cheapskates are that supply this sort of gear, pay top price and they won't throw a couple of new circlips in, so let me just go check on that. So looking at the new gear, there's actually just a shoulder, there's no provision for the circlip whatsoever. So maybe that's a new design. I mean, they're in that tight, they're going nowhere. Maybe the circlip was the old design in a way to act as a stopper for the bearing race, but I think this one will not need the circlips. Good, one less job to do, but I'll take those circlips out anyway. I think I might leave them in for if I need it or sell it on. Finally, last piece. That's a worry, but I'm sure it's a common problem. It's like a dissimilar metal corrosion going on. You see that? Oh, it's like when you have a battery corroded. All that needs cleaning up. All the gasket sealing taken off, which I'll do later on. And just inspecting this one, I can see, first of all, we've got a seal of some description in here, and on this side, nothing there. There's like a locating peg, I guess that is. I'm just trying to figure out what needs knocking through. Right, we've got another bearing race here. I'm not sure which way that gets knocked in. I assume we can knock it inwards. Not sure. So one bearing race and another bearing race behind that seal on that side. There's another bearing race, so let me knock the seal out. So I've just flipped it over. I'm going to go in from here and knock the seal from this side forward. I can see it quite clear. Just don't want to damage the case, that's all. There we go. One seal. Dispose of and renew. Right, so I'm going to go for this one first, and it's a small one. There are some recess holes there, so let's see my chances with this one. Oh, that's awkward to get an angle on. That's asking for trouble. How on earth am I supposed to hit that out? I keep finding bits of copper from my thrust washers. No idea how long they've been spinning around the box. Right, I'm a little bit nervous on this one. That's hard to get at. I've No idea how I'm going to pull that. Right, let me just have a little nibble away at it with the punch. No need for you to watch me cautiously tapping round, but that's what I need to do to get it started. Panic over, I've got it started. I've gone with a smaller punch and I've took it off the bench to do it and just held it with my legs. I've been able to get this started and I think it's going to drop out. It's easier on the floor than on here. That's the sound that I like. Right, Timkins 18720. Everybody remember that when it comes back in. Alright, good. That's one down. And let me set up for the next one. Right, it definitely hits through from the outside. I think. I'm not so sure now. Really, it's just recessed this one a little bit. I'm not sure which side you knock it through. Right, I've given it a little bit of encouragement from the outside and it is moving, whether that's right or not. I can't feel a lip on this edge, so I just need to remember it was flush at the bottom. Let's knock him out. And I do declare this thing fully stripped down. That is a JLM 104910 Timken. I think that's the same as the first one I took out. Should be good. Just check that, confirm it. Nope, two different ones. Oh, there you go, you can see the difference of them. So make sure they go in the right slots. The deeper one goes on that side, the same diameter. See, this is where it gets a bit dangerous, a slightly different diameter as well. But that's it, that's officially everything stripped down, bar a couple of nuts and bolts on some of the handles, which are all going to be cleaned up anyway. So that's it, job done. Take these out. Case is going to get a good clean up along with a load of other bits, and some bits are going to get repainted, and then hopefully I can do reassembly in the next couple of days. Job done, over and out. So I've just noticed on this housing, actually come to wash it, and I've noticed there's actually yet another bearing race in here. So this one needs to be tapped out, and I'll have to check the other smaller housing as well. But let's see if I can tap this one out. I think this is the one where you set up the float on it as well. Looks to have a spacer on there, I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. Ow. see what we've got. Yeah, one race with a spacer. Hopefully I haven't damaged that. I got a quite good contact with it. So all goes back with that, and hopefully I can remember how that actually went in.